Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing today on this, I guess, a beautiful Friday, October 5th?
It is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's a long weekend, baby.
Speaking of beautiful, hello, guys
Hi, beautiful.
and girls, ladies.
How you doing?
How you doing out there?
Got Thanksgiving right here.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends, ladies and gentlemen, where myself and Tony find interesting news articles from across the globe and we bring them to the comforts of your home. And unlike a lot of podcasts, this is, of course, done live, and we want everybody in the chat to participate.
Get involved.
Tell us what's on your mind,
Tell us off.
if you would like.
We like that.
Yeah.
We're into that.
How's your day going, sir?
Listen, it's a good day.
Today was good.
We had a good day.
Yeah.
We made some people very happy today.
Yes.
We had a little turkey drive. We reaped the rewards of the turkey drive today.
It was good.
And loaded up the ride and delivered what I thought today was quite a needed donation.
It was very interesting when we showed up.
Yeah, we went to the Red Door Mission on Brunswick Street in Halifax, and we've done donations there before. We go into the donation room, which usually it has freezers and fridges and shelves, and it's usually stocked. We went in there today. It didn't seem that stocked.
Especially for Thanksgiving.
Especially Thanksgiving
Coming
couple
up
days
right,
away.
right around the corner.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're not early. I mean, it's only a couple days away.
Right.
But it was a bit of a shock.
It was.
And they were very happy that we showed up with, how many turkeys did we get?
Like 16?
16 turkeys.
16
and
turkeys.
Then stuffing and a bunch of other stuff.
Stuffing, peanut butter, canned
Tuna,
meat.
the whole thing. So it was a good feeling.
It was definitely good, especially seeing from what they had, and then to the end result where they couldn't close the fridge with the frozen turkey.
Great.
So
That was great.
it was good.
So yeah, I mean, I think we did. You helped us do a good thing.
We couldn't have done
We
it without
appreciate
you
that.
guys, of course,
Yeah, I appreciate
and
that.
your donations that you made this happen. We just simply delivered the good deed.
But I think it's going to be a very good. A lot of people are going to be able to eat.
Yes.
Nice turkey dinner.
I know. It gets me all nice and warm inside.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know when the next one's coming up.
Probably around Christmas, I'm thinking.
Christmas is coming, people.
So,
Empty out your pocketbooks, baby. We're coming for you.
yeah.
Dum, dum, dum.
We have a good show for you today, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
The stories that we're going to be talking about. Selfie deaths
Yes.
on the rise.
More common.
Yes, way more common. I got an interesting article about that. We've covered a couple selfie deaths over the last couple months.
Yeah, we did. Sad enough as it is.
Yes, it is. Interesting story you're going to cover from soccer player Cristiano Ronaldo.
Superstar. But you are you can't hide from allegations. No
No,
matter how big you are.
exactly.
Yeah.
In our second half of the show, you ever go on a road trip, Tony?
I've been on one or two in my day.
Have you ever got lost for 5 days?
I've never done that. In PEI, it was very close.
Okay, well, an elderly couple originally planned to go to a hospital and ended up on a impromptu road trip for 5 days.
I hope they didn't have to get to the hospital fast.
I hope so, too. And finally, wrapping up today's show, interesting story coming from Texas. A high school football player was pretty much choked on field, given a concussion,
Yep.
and the other player didn't get very much penalized
No, not
for
much.
doing so.
Nope, not much of a repercussion on that. And actually, it's going to open up a whole other ball of wax I want to talk about.
A nice ball of wax.
Well, you ever have a ball of wax?
I haven't heard that one in a while.
Quite delicious.
Yeah, very delicious. First off, kicking today's show off, selfie deaths. Going to start it off on a positive note, I figured.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
We'll bring it back down.
Exactly. Selfie deaths. 259 people reportedly dead seeking that perfect picture.
Wow, that's not good.
No. So the quest for extreme selfies killed 259 people between 2011 and 2017. A 2018 global study has revealed.
Jeez.
Now, researchers at the U.S. National Library of Medicine recommend that no selfie zones should be introduced at dangerous spots to help reduce deaths.
Okay.
I would have to agree.
I'm with that.
Right? These would include tops of mountains, tall buildings, lakes,
Yeah.
where many of the deaths reported have occurred. So, drowning, transport accidents, falling were found to be the most common cause of deaths. Death by animals. We covered one by a bear.
We did. We did talk about that one.
Electrocution, firearms also appeared frequently in the reports from around the world. I mean, in July this year, 19-year-old Gavin Zimmerman fell to his death while taking selfies on a cliff in New South Wales, Austria. Tomer Frankfurter died in California's Yosemite National Park in September after falling 250 meters while trying to take a selfie.
Ooh. That's gotta hurt.
I know. News reports like this were analyzed to compile the study. They found that selfie-related deaths are most common in places such as India, Russia, United States, and Pakistan.
Okay.
72.5 of those reported men.
Our intelligence surpasses. It's so great.
The new study also showed that the number of deaths are on the rise. There were only 3 reports of selfie-related deaths in 2011, but that number grew to 98 in 2016 and then 93 in 2017. However, this is the interesting part. The researchers claim that the actual number of selfie deaths could be much higher because they're never named the cause of death. So it's believed that selfie deaths are underreported, and the true problem needs to be addressed.
It's probably a lot worse.
Could be way worse.
Yeah.
Certain road accidents while posting selfies are reported as death due to road traffic accidents.
Right, totally.
So thus, the true magnitude of the problem is underestimated. It is therefore important to assess the true burden, causes, and reasons for selfie deaths so that appropriate interventions can, of course, be made.
Yeah. I think also I read maybe that they're trying to create selfie safe zones in some of these, if it's a national park or wherever, like these places that are like places to great selfies, but they want to allocate certain areas for selfies.
Yes.
Where it's safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That makes sense to me. Like, obviously, this is a big problem. It's on the rise. So that'd be a decent solution, but people don't fucking listen.
I mean, you have we have a perfect and a prime example here at Peggy's Cove in Nova Scotia, where
perfect example.
You have the black rocks, which people have been swept out to sea and died.
Yep.
And
all the time.
It's been beaten to death, telling people don't go on the rocks.
Yep.
Because you are literally playing with your life. And I mean, even a couple weeks ago, I believe there was a family.
Yep.
A father and his 2 toddlers were out there.
Yeah, we saw that footage.
Yeah.
Someone took a picture of it. And there's signs everywhere.
There's signs
in every language.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses. I didn't understand. No, listen, trust me. I think every language is covered out there. And they have them all over the place. And they have people out there telling you, listen, don't go on the black rocks.
Yeah, whatever you do.
Just stay away from those ones.
Yes.
But people are stupid. Wasn't there a picture the other day, someone swimming in Peggy's Cove, just down off the rocks?
It wouldn't have surprised me.
No, I think I saw that.
I just want to say, you know what? I'm happy, and I'm all for natural selection at this case. Right. Because if you're going to do something that's stupid, then clearly, I mean, I can't feel bad for you. If there's warning.
Maybe it's time for you to go.
Maybe it is time for you to go.
Listen, that could eliminate some of the people that maybe need to leave this. So cruel.
Maybe they're needed at a higher calling, perhaps. Maybe they're not ready for this plane. They're needed for a higher calling.
The problem is when you get to heaven or wherever you may be going.
Yes.
You may not be qualified because the way you died, you may be like, how did you die? Let's see what job position we have for you up here. Oh, I slipped off some black rocks at Peggy's Cove.
You'll be cleaning the
toilets. Were you warned about that? Yeah, there were signs everywhere. Did they want to tell you? Oh, yeah, they told me also when I got there. And you did it anyway? Yeah. You get to go be a fucking janitor. Go the fuck over here.
Yeah, you get to clean toilets for eternity.
You get to clean toilets for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Your eternal life.
Enjoy.
Yeah. See ya. But the smarter ones that go saving someone or something. Those guys
donating turkeys. What up? Taking selfies while doing that. Didn't see anybody dying today.
Yeah, we took a selfie. Safe one. On the sidewalk.
Yep.
At a charity. Out of traffic in front of a parked vehicle. It's a safe zone. But just like that. I think you're right. Natural selection.
At its finest.
Let it take its course. I'm happy with the results.
Yeah. I mean, in this picture right here, there's
that makes me super scared. That makes me dizzy a little bit.
It does. And I mean, I've watched videos of people doing this in video format, and I get queasy just watching it. I'm like, what are you doing? And I mean, in this picture, this girl has a selfie stick.
Yeah, if you can't see the picture.
But she's on somebody else's shoulders over a massive, like what it looks like to be a huge well or a hole.
Yeah. Like,
God knows, man, how many hundreds of feet.
well, you can't even tell. And if you look down on the ground on the left side of it,
It looks like hundreds of feet up.
oh my God, like, is it that important?
I don't know. Let's get those likes, man.
I guess. Let's. The power of the selfie is taking over people's judgment.
I know. It's sad. Speaking of judgment,
Well, speaking of sad,
and yes,
but maybe not so sad, a lot of rumors and allegations swirling around right now against the golden boy of soccer, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's been targeted, and maybe rightfully so. We don't know.
quite the tan on this man.
He's very tanny, if you've ever seen him without a shirt on, very cut. The dude is ripped, and he probably has one of the best lives in the world. The guy looks great, makes a gajillion dollars,
Ah, yes.
very attractive wife.
I thought you were going to say attractive man.
Yeah, well, he's a very attractive man.
Okay, there you go.
I'm okay with that.
You know what? That's fine. You know what? Let's get that out the way. It's okay, guys. It's okay to say that's a very attractive gentleman.
What's wrong with that? I'm secure.
I mean, I'm fine. I'm not popping boners,
You,
and there's nothing wrong if that was the case. Okay?
you haven't seen him with a shirt off yet.
Continue on with your
okay.
story.
Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't know what happened there, and his club, So now he plays for Italy. Juventus, which I'm probably saying wrong, has started to experience backlash over the rape allegations, basically that's come against him, surrounding this Portuguese star. So he's from Portugal, obviously. Two leading sponsors of the 33, only 33 as well. They're monitoring the situation, as they say, which is a little bit disturbing. So basically, Nike is one of the big ones. That's what we just talked about. Nike has an endorsement deal with Nike, very similar to LeBron James. It's a $1 billion endorsement deal.
These guys just handing $1 billion deals out.
It's just whatever, right? So I mean, that's what he's got.
It's amazing.
And Nike quoted as saying they're deeply concerned.
Right.
So it's a little bit of because when we were talking about other people getting accused of certain things, allegations, you'd see these guys dropping. These sponsors would be dropping without anything being proved.
Right.
Right? They just boom, 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 they're gone.
The hint.
They're just like,
They're
what?
like, okay,
yeah, we can't do business with
we
you.
out.
Nike's not doing that. Nike's like, okay, we're deeply concerned. Let's just see where this goes.
Right.
I like Nike for this.
Okay.
I do, because I think it's a smart way to go, because it's an allegation and nothing's been proven yet.
Okay.
So anyway, so the EA also he is the face of EA Sports for the soccer edition of the game.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Yeah. They also said, we have seen the concerning report that details allegations against Cristiano Ronaldo. We are closely monitoring the situation as we expect cover athletes and ambassadors to conduct themselves in a manner that is consistent with EA's values. Very corporate answer. I like it.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yes.
So basically the incident happened in a Las Vegas hotel, accused of raping Catherine Moyogra. This happened in 2009. Las Vegas police this week reopened the complaint by Catherine, who is said to be suffering psychological damages from the incident.
Let me see. When did he get this $1 billion deal?
Yeah, just recently. What a coincidence. We're not saying anything like that. We're not saying anything like that.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Side note, he's one of the wealthiest and most famous sports stars in the world.
Okay.
Released a statement Wednesday denying the charges, which alleged that he raped Catherine while she repeatedly screamed no, according to the lawsuit in Nevada last week. On Thursday, the team that he plays for, of course, they're in support of him. They believe him.
Okay.
Of course, they want everyone to show up to the game, and they don't want to kick him off the team. Their quote coming out, of course, Ronaldo has shown in recent months his great professionalism and dedication, which is appreciated by everyone at Juventus. The event allegedly dating back to almost 10 years ago.
I was going to say, it's getting close.
Do not change this opinion, which is shared by anyone who has come into contact with the great champion. So, in all fairness, I mean, there's never been anything in the past so far that's been reported against this player. Not to say that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Number one, we can't get caught up in the 10-year thing because everyone loses their mind. Like the whole thing with the Kavanaugh thing that happened 36 years ago. You can't even mention. You can't do it. Don't say, oh, it was 15 years ago. Why didn't they say anything back then? Look at Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
It happened a million years ago.
Precisely 1 million
he's
years.
$1,000,001.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I mean? You can't say nothing about that. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like,
It's so hard because
what can you do?
the conflicting thoughts come in because there's so many times we've heard of these cases and then they get dropped or settled out of court.
Yeah.
Clearly because money's involved and they just want a payday, or it's convenient, which is sad.
Yeah.
And it goes against the people who actually have cases and real stories that are trying to defend themselves and take action for the wrongs that were done to them.
Yeah.
That gets kind of put under the carpet. And also, I mean, they're judged way harsher. And in fact, sometimes they're not given the right judgment at all due to the fact of these other people. I'm not saying that this person's accusations are incorrect.
No, of course not.
But other people's who are, it hurts the whole entire picture.
Yeah, of course, it hurts the movement. We talked about that before.
Yes.
Specifically, too, when we talk about the Kavanaugh thing, and we didn't really cover it here because there's so much to it, but it allegedly happened back in high school.
Yeah.
And the gist of it is him exposing himself in high school at a party where everybody's drinking, allegedly, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was 36 years ago, right? I can't even remember what I had for breakfast 2 days ago.
I can't remember what I
Like
had
36
today.
years ago, when you're drinking and having a good time, I would love to see the clear-cut memories of those time frames. And number two, you got to reverse it. Let's say he did, and of course they're also claiming that he jumped on her and a bunch of other stuff.
Right.
But a guy exposes himself at a party, everyone loses their mind. A girl flashes someone at a party. It's spring break. So I don't know. I'm just saying. Is it the same brush? Is it not? I'm just saying. So anyway, we'll see what happens.
Well,
with this case.
unfortunately, the story wasn't that she flashed some titties and then raped a guy. It's the other way around.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Oh, you know what I'm saying.
Stop saying that.
I like it.
Good point, Tony. Good point.
I don't- Well, welcome to Friday.
Yes.
And also welcome everybody that's joined us despite our craziness.
Yes.
We love when you join us. Who's joined us today? We got Karen in the house all the way from out west. We got Jonathan Hot Q in the house. Bernie, Julie, Vincent, Williams, the man. Let's get it.
Hey!
Williams. Debbie's in the house. Jim Ray's in the house as
Who's
well.
Vince's team this year?
Hey, Vince, who's your team this year?
Who's your NHL team this year?
Listen, Vince is a solid follower of whatever team he chooses to follow. Well, you know, Vegas did good last year, so maybe he'll be back on the Vegas train. I don't know.
True.
You know what I mean?
Heard Toronto's going to do well this year, so.
Yeah. And Kathy and Robin have also joined us today. Yeah, Toronto. We'll see. Maybe he goes back to Toronto.
Who knows?
The Vegas Knights screw him.
Yeah.
He liked it the first year.
That's true.
Only if they win.
Yes. Anyway.
Vincent.
Excuse me. Sorry for coughing, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we're running the second half of the show,
Yeah.
and we got a good couple stories left. Up first. This is good. Elderly couple. Pictured here, ladies and gentlemen, who set out for a quick trip, a quick jaunt, if you will, to a local hospital. Ended up driving for 5 days through 3 states before being located 250 miles away from home.
Very curious to know how this happened.
So the couple, let me paint a little picture for you
Yeah,
guys.
do it up for us, will you?
Story time, ladies and gentlemen.
Sit down.
So the couple got in their gold PT Cruiser
Ooh.
and headed to the University of Tennessee Medical Center in Knoxville, located about 30 miles away from their house. Right? No problem.
Not very far.
Somewhere along the way, the couple drifted off course and ended up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Unable to find their way home, Tony and Dolores.
Oh, man.
I know. Sorry, Tony. Continued driving until they crossed into Kentucky. From there, guys, here, I'm going to put up a little map for you.
You got a
So
little
you
map
can,
there?
yeah, I got a little map for you.
To sh-
Going to get rid of our image here. And,
Alright, let's take a look. Is this show where they actually...
yeah, there we go. We got a little image for you guys to follow
That
along
looks
with.
terrible.
Anyways, so from there, they made their way to Atlanta, Georgia, where Tuesday they were found safe by police. So the impromptu road trip came to an end when Tony spotted an off-duty cop. Shouts out, Tony.
See?
Walked over to the cop and asked for directions. The couple's daughter said neither one of her parents have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia, but she said they will now likely have to hand over their car keys.
Oh.
The car will go away, and we've got to figure out what kind of help they need and what kind of help they are willing to allow us to give them," said the daughter.
I think there's one thing they really need.
What's that, Tony?
GPS.
Geriatric positioning system.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, poor Tony and Dolores.
I feel like
super couple.
First off, I like to say, thankfully, these guys are all right. No one ended up
Yes.
injured.
Of course. First and foremost.
Second, Tony, give me those damn keys. You're done driving.
No, I don't want to.
Your old ass is done.
Ah, shit.
Also,
Darn it.
I mean, it's either the keys or the senior home, Tony. You choose up.
Listen, I'm
You
not.
give me the car keys, or you're going to the home.
Is it a nice home?
I don't know. Only if they're driving around in a PT Gold Cruiser.
You're pimping out, big daddy.
Jeez. I think this could be an awesome movie idea. Could be a comedy.
It could be a comedy. That's been done.
Has it? Yeah, maybe.
I think the better comedy is us taking a road trip and getting lost
Yes.
Now that's a comedy.
Now that would be funny.
through Chattanooga.
End up at a strip club in Atlanta.
Yeah, see, now that's an adventure I would love to travel on. We need some sponsors to make that one happen. But,
I think with this story being told, I think it's really time to start really enforcing the testing of senior citizens over the age of 65 for driving constantly.
Ooh, yeah, well, that's a touchy subject.
Oh, yeah?
Well, for a lot of seniors, they're just like, listen, I know how to. I've been driving longer than you have, sonny boy.
Prove it.
Pops.
Give me that. Yeah, prove it, Pops.
So cruel to senior citizens.
Take me through Kentucky and then bring me back down to Atlanta.
Well, I think that map you showed us probably it speaks for itself. It's quite interesting.
I mean, I can bring it
mean-
up again. Friday, September 27th. Tony took a fall at his home. Tony, you and your... See, you have to do insanity when you're all old.
I don't even know where the hell I'm going.
So Dolores had to pick you up and take you to the hospital.
Great.
And then, of course, they intended to go to the hospital in Knoxville, Tennessee, but they ended up in Atlanta on Tuesday, October 2nd.
I don't think it was an accident. I think he was trying to go to Magic Mike's.
Fair enough.
Or what's it called? Magic City.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to get to that strip club.
Magic
He's
Mike's.
like, oh, look where we are. Let's just go in for a quick drink, Dolores. Come on. We used to do it back in the day.
How many times do you think the conversation came up? Honey, pull over, just ask somebody for directions.
I mean, 5 days.
5 damn days!
That's a week. Where did they sleep?
I don't
I don't understand.
Well, they were apparently able to track their ATM interactions.
That's how they got the little.
Yeah, that's where they got this interesting map.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, it's something they'll never forget.
What
What were they going to the hospital for again?
Well, Tony fell.
I know, but that's a long way to go. You must have not been that crucial to get there that quickly.
Yeah, the pain must have subsided, I'd say, after,
He's like, I'm
after
good
day
now.
one.
He's like, I'm healed now.
I may as well go on this road trip.
Let's go home.
May as well have sex in every state, babe.
Yeah, let's go to Magic City, baby. Yeah. 2 for 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
And finally, rounding out today's show, a little strangulation.
Well, it's always a good way to end the things off for the week and then start your weekend off with a little choking.
Yeah, not sure what you're into, but to each their own.
Yeah, well, it's the weekend. It's a wild, wild weekend.
Yeah.
This poor kid, though, he didn't like it.
No.
Incident happened during a high school football game in Texas. It's getting some national attention during a September 13th game between Burleson and Waco. Burleson player was bullied physically throughout the game before being choked by an opponent.
Oh, yeah.
School officials and the boys' parents are fuming at Waco Independent School District on how it handled the incident. Do we have video of that or no?
I will play the video in 3, 2, 1. Let the choking commence, ladies and gentlemen. So they have the kickoff, they're running and getting the ball, and there's a tackle. And there's a little scuffle. And there goes the choking.
A little choking.
Choking.
Look at that's brutal, man. That is
Choking.
brutal.
And yeah, there you go.
Anyone who's just listening, you can go find it, I'm sure, online.
Yeah, all you have to do, go to
know.
YouTube, type in high school choking football.
It's not good.
No.
Burlington High School's Jagger Gower was blindsided by a hit before a player from rival Waco University High School began choking him on the ground, as you saw in the video there. Gower suffered a concussion during the game, which is brutal, and it still has not been cleared to play. While the other player featured in the video was issued a partial game suspension by Waco School Board, which to me seems insane. I think what did they end up happening? 3 games the kid missed from the concussion. And the other guy, I think, the choker in the situation, ended up not being able to finish the last portion of that game and then half of the next game. That's all he got.
Oh, wow. So he was still able to play the next game.
Yeah, he actually got to play the next game, just not the whole thing.
It's like, hey, we need you in the second half. Don't worry.
Pretty good.
I'm not suspended anymore.
No, not good. So Jennifer Gower, the boy's mother, of course, she said that she had been patient with the Waco School District and waiting to see how they would address the incident, but the partial game suspension was far too lenient considering what took place. I agree. Marcus Nelson, superintendent Waco School District, agreed with Gower and suspended the player indefinitely while overhauling the school's athletic director. So
Okay.
good idea. It was a call from the athletic director who made the first call. Obviously, wrong call.
Right.
And good that the actual superintendent stepped up and said, whoa, we got to relook at this whole situation. Which brings up another question.
What's that, sir?
Well, kids, sports, parents,
Yeah.
violence.
Ah, yes.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Probably more in maybe hockey, where fighting is still, I guess. Is fighting still okay in youth hockey? I thought they may have gotten rid of that, but
I can't remember what's going on in youth hockey at the moment.
yeah, I thought they may have been looking at doing that, but
I know they've been looking at that for years now. But again, people argue like, "Oh, it's just part of the game."
how do you watch a lot of hockey? How do
I
you
do.
feel about that? You think fighting is part of the game? Let's say on a professional level.
For NHL?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's part of the game.
Okay.
I mean,
Why is that?
it's just I don't know.
A fine argument, folks. It's the same argument when I ask anybody about fighting. I don't know,
It's been around. I'm not sure. It's been around since the game has begun.
Well, that's not a reason.
But I mean, there's certain.
Slavery was around for a long time too.
We can't
Don't make that right.
Oh, okay, this is NHL.
Don't make that right.
NHL against slavery.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
All the same. Just white dudes on the ice, and now they got a few black guys out there now.
There we go. Yeah.
Slavery is alive and well.
Yeah, in the NHL for sure.
For me, man.
Yeah. What do you think? What's your argument?
I don't watch a lot of hockey.
Okay.
But I used to watch a lot of hockey. I don't think it's part of the game. And the reason, because I have a reason, is that in every other professional sport, it's not tolerated. Hockey's the only one. Like if you swing a punch at another NFL player, you're gone. Even if you don't land it.
Well, the NFL's become something else of its own, especially this season.
But that's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Same thing in basketball.
Yeah.
Take a swing, see what happens. You ain't finishing the game.
I'd say hockey's much more physical. I mean,
It's not more physical than football.
it's pretty damn physical, man.
It is physical, but football, the whole point is to tackle someone.
Yeah, but in hockey, you're checking as well.
So let's say it's equal.
Minus hockey as fighting.
But that's the part. That's what I'm talking about. I love your reasoning. Anyway, we're both on the other side.
I don't know. Me personally, I could go with it, or I could care less if it goes away. If they were to rule against it, here's the thing: I just don't. There's certain things where if a player is like getting like clearly outmatched by a larger player, and then the whole enforcer kind of thing.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna do now? Break it down to
Then I want two big guys to go at it.
But you can't just pick and choose the situation.
They're signing up to play hockey,
yeah.
so they know what they're getting into.
Okay.
It's not like they don't know, and it's not like
they know
a
it's
rare
part.
occasion.
No, they know it's part of the game. But why is it a part of the game? Shouldn't they just eliminate that and base it on the skill?
Just
like
set it on a handshake.
every other professional sport?
Yeah.
Major League Baseball, basketball, football. They don't
boxing, UFC.
boxing.
No, I'm just kidding.
They don't tolerate any fighting, but hockey, for some reason, because it's been there so long, is still tolerated.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, again, I'm with it. Or again, if they make a rule tomorrow and like no more fighting,
You'd still watch it.
I'd still watch it.
Okay.
Because there's plenty. Chances are there's a fight in a game that's gonna have. It's kind of low. You can watch a string of games.
Yeah.
I've watched plenty of games where no fights.
There's no fights,
No
right?
fights happen. But I mean, teams get frustration sets in. But again, That happens in all sports.
What was there was a hit recently in a Washington. This was a Washington player. I don't know. I think it was Washington. I don't even. It was just like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Deliberate hit. Knocked the guy like out clean.
Oh.
A retaliation from another game.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely that happens.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this guy, I think he got 20-game suspension just recently.
And sometimes they talk about it too. Like when they are on the ice during face-off.
Yeah.
And let's say me and you are on face-off, we'll be talking. Be like, after the puck drops, me and you.
Yeah.
One-on-one, we're going.
But that's not right.
Well, if they have a cordial agreement, I think that's perfectly fine. That's just the same as meet me at the schoolyard at 3:30. We're gonna fight, and if you agree, okay, yeah, and then it's on. I don't agree to the person who doesn't want to fight and the person who comes up behind them and whatever wants to start something, and the other person clearly does not want a piece of it. But if you have two people that are having a conversation before the play even starts, saying we're gonna drop gloves, then I think I cannot argue that. You're telling me right now you would not watch two people fight in the street if they agreed to it.
But that's not part of a game, a professional game.
You would but
this is like you.
This is a professional game.
Meet me on the field after school. Well, cool. That's after school.
But they're having an agreement, though.
Oh,
I think they're having an agreement.
Just put them in the squared circle. And let them go at it.
Well, they can do that too.
Oh.
Maybe they should have that a separate sport.
It's called boxing or UFC.
I know, but they should have that like a part of hockey too. Where they
should do
go
a
into
celebrity
ring.
tournament at the end of hockey. All the players that had beef during the season, we'll just have a bunch of boxing matches and let them go at it.
But it's so crazy. The other thing I never understood about that is you have a potential. The person that you knocked out games before, you can be on their team within a matter of.
Oh, and I
days.
love the. You can be right there next to
which
him.
happens.
Oh,
all
we're
the
homies
time.
now.
Yeah,
and I love the penalty for fighting too.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, that's great. 5 minutes. Get back in the game, Chief. You're good to go again. Okay,
it's a rough game, my friend.
Oh, it's a rough game. Mike says, think of it like football. It's the element of violently taking out your opponent. Jeanette says maybe they need more protection. Well, I think there needs to be some more rules enforced, basically. But anyway, I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's been a conversation that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where I don't know if they'll ever come to a full agreement on. Again, me personally, I could see it stay. I could see it go. I'm perfectly fine with it or without it.
Yeah. Well, it sucks when it spills over into, like, this case, the high school.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's influencing younger kids and stuff like that, to think it's all right to act that way or whatever, and I mean, in this play, clearly, like that was super unwarranted. Like that's the thing I'm not for is when it's unwarranted. Right. If there's no communication whatsoever. Yeah. But I have no problem with the guys having the conversation. Be like, yeah, okay. Like again in hockey, but I know you can't have the conversation in football and be like, yeah, we're just gonna punch each other out.
Yeah, yeah.
But in cases like these where there's one player unsuspected
and just attacks him.
just gets attacked. Yeah. I don't like that.
Different scenario.
And hopefully, I mean, that message is not being passed down from like the professional level down to the high school, college levels, or what have you.
And I think that's why it comes down to what is the punishment for this type of behavior.
And that's the problem. Right. I don't think he was properly punished. This is some kind of action where he should be potentially his whole season could be in jeopardy.
I would agree. I'd say suspension for the whole season.
Yeah.
And some sort of psychological, maybe, evaluation.
Yeah, like, why'd you snap?
Yeah, like, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, like, damn, it's this kickoff, dude. The game just started.
Yeah, you're good. You'll be all right.
Yeah, and you're a quarterback. What are you doing tackling somebody? What the hell?
He wouldn't be. It's not Brady. You know, Brady, he likes to run.
Oh, speaking of football, my friend.
Away from danger. Damn it all.
Speaking of football.
I hate him.
Guess who's running the bank now, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Tony made a bet the other day against the Indianapolis Colts against the New England Patriots.
Yep.
I bet on the Patriots, who were at home, I believe.
They were.
And Tony bet 10 Monopoly dollars on the Indianapolis Colts. Guess what? New England won.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
So I'm controlling the bank. I don't know if you have had a chance to look at the games for Sunday.
I'm looking at them right now. I'm gonna let it ride.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We got to pick a game here, though. It's gonna be a tight game, and I think the game to go with.
Okay. Yeah.
The selection of the week would be Miami.
Yeah.
Traveling to Cincinnati. Both teams at 3-1.
Okay.
Evenly matched. and they're playing in Cincinnati. Your move. Unless you have another game in mind. That one I just saw
That's a good one. I like the
pretty
record.
evenly matched. You know what I mean?
And even the spread is like 6.
Right.
You know what?
We got something cooking here.
I'm gonna throw a little steak on the grill.
Oh yeah.
Season that bad boy up a little. Hey babe.
Yeah.
Bring a little of that steak spice over here. I'm gonna choose a little Cincinnati.
Ooh.
Gonna go with the home team.
All right. Miami it is.
Letting that 10 ride, are ya?
Let it ride, baby. All right, let's see what happens. So you're going to pick Cincinnati. I'm taking Miami for Sunday's game, Sunday afternoon. So we'll see. Maybe we'll watch a little bit together so we can laugh at each other and point.
Yes.
And
you can let that bet keep riding and riding.
We'll be doing like a 5 o'clock game. It'll be, by the time Tuesday rolls around, guys, I'll be broke.
Yeah.
For sure. He won $5,000 on the weekend.
What are you guys up to for this weekend? Doing anything special? I'm going away since it is Thanksgiving weekend.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
Well, on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, I have a little event called The Jam happening at the Seahorse along with my friends DJ T-Woo and Lucas Still Drunk. Yeah. It's a good time. It's the Thanksgiving edition, of course, of The Jam. I'm going to have a lot of fun. Yeah. Perhaps we'll do a little decorating there, the Seahorse, a little festive.
A little turkey something?
Yeah.
Throw some turkey in the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Just some stuffing at people. So, I mean, if you've never been, if you're looking for something to do on Saturday, I highly suggest coming out to the Seahorse, Shake Your Groove thing. If you're stressed out about the week, perfect time to let that stress go. Let it on the dance floor. Don't come give me a hug. Just shake my hand.
No, please don't hug me. God's sakes.
I got sick last week from people hugging me. Yeah. So this week,
we lost some episodes here.
Give a
wave,
a little wave, a little text message, perhaps.
A little air bump, but don't touch him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't like that.
A wink, something.
Brandon's going to be watching some Red Sox baseball, he says.
Oh, yeah. Is it baseball? Is it MLB playoff, too?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Ray's sick in bed, so she'll be in bed all week.
Oh, yeah,
a weekend. You can still have turkey in bed. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sacrilegious.
More like delicious.
Mike says, enjoy the game. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Mike.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
Appreciate it.
No matter what you do, we at Talking Trends hope everybody out there has a fantastic weekend, whether you're celebrating it by yourself, with some friends, family. If you're in town, you're going out of town, get back home safe, get to your destination safely. We would love to see you back on Monday, of course, but ultimately, thank you for tuning in. And
are we here on Monday? Yeah, we're here on Monday.
No, I mean, unless you're taking a holiday.
I could take a little holiday. No, we'll be back Monday for sure.
Okay.
I got nothing going on.
I think it's, would that be actually on Thanksgiving too? Thanksgiving is on the Monday.
Well, it is Thanksgiving Monday.
Yeah. So we'll have a Thanksgiving show.
There you go. We'll be with you. We'll bring some leftovers up in here.
Ooh, we'll have a little smorgasbord right here.
This is a terrible idea.
This is going to be bad.
I like it.
But anyways, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in for another. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends.
The intro again.
Yeah, that's weird. But thank you for tuning in for another episode of Talking Trends. We truly do appreciate your time, and whenever you can, tune in. Of course, again, like I said before, have a safe weekend or whatever you get up to, and we would love to see you come back on Monday at 5 o'clock for the Thanksgiving edition of Talking Trends.
Have a good weekend, people. We'll see you then.
Be safe.
Peace.